Good afternoon. This is Wednesday, September 4th, 2019. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff with the New Hampshire Fish and Wildlife YouTube channel. And as usual, this afternoon I was looking at my diaries. This one happened to be 1999. So as a wildlife biologist for the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department from 1976 to 2007, I kept a daily diary with what I did that day, often who I worked with, and quite the detail on what I did. This happens to be, as I was looking it over, from and something very unusual. This one happens to be from Friday, August 27th, 1999. Well, it said here that I worked apparently in the morning. I was up at Fish and Game headquarters in Concord, and during my lunch hour, I took the time to go over and check on a snake job. Now, beginning in 1983, I began a part-time business besides my full-time fish and game wildlife biologist job as a nuisance animal control person. I did 90% was bats. I did bats because up until that time, pesticide control companies were allowed to use DDT to kill bats, and I didn't think that was right, so I started humanely bat-proofing homes, so a non-kill of bats, humanely just excluding them. And but occasionally I did other things, and this reminded me of occasionally some of the other things that I did. Well, this one said around noon I headed over to Concord. I think it was near the Bektesh Temple. There was an elderly couple there that were having snakes coming out of their toilet. Yes, snakes were coming out of their toilet. So I went into their backyard, and what did I discover in their backyard? They had an open septic tank. Now, I think they said that the sewage had gone by their house, but I just think they were unable to or couldn't afford hooking it up. So they still had a septic tank, which was in common use, and still is in rural areas, and it had been dug up and left wide open. And lo and behold, this 8-foot or 7-foot hole in their back lawn was indeed a pit trap for snakes. So snakes would fall into that hole, and there was no way out other than crawl up the tank that delivered the sewer, crawl up the line that delivered the sewer into the tank, and come out of the toilet. So yes, snakes can come out of a toilet, and they were doing that at their home. And so basically, to help these folks out, what I did is I went into the woods behind their home, and I found a big log or two, a big branch, and I actually laid it from the edge of the lawn down into the tank so that snakes could crawl out. I gave them an exit route besides the one that was through their toilet. So yes, over the years I've had some very interesting snake jobs. Not that many. I remember snakes crawling across the ceiling at a house in Lee, and over in Hopkinton, a snake hanging from the light fixture above a toilet. So these are other stories I'll have to look up in my diary and get back to you on. But yes, I have some snake stories besides my bat stories. So yes, New Hampshire has snakes that show up in very bizarre places, including out of toilets.